Welcome to Sanctuary this week, friends. We're glad you're here for a time of prayer, relaxation, for calm, quiet music, and for reflection. As we gather, our director of music, Tim Spellbring, has a prelude for us to help us arrive. So I invite you just to find a comfortable place to sit and to enjoy the music Tim has for you. For a time of reflection today, we're simply just going to come into our bodies. So as you're in your comfortable seat with your feet on the ground, we're just going to notice and come into our bodies. And so just start with your head, right? Just begin to notice what you feel, maybe just above your head, and then down, maybe around your head, your eyebrows and your forehead, your eyes and your nose, and just let those muscles relax. Maybe around your mouth and your cheeks and your chin, and then come around to the back of your head. Just let those muscles at the base of your skull begin to relax. You may feel a little bit of a melting feeling. Just let those muscles loosen up. Come into and then drop down into your neck and into your shoulders. Just begin to notice what you notice. Begin to let those muscles just relax and ease. can come back around to your chest, in the front, your rib cage, and just settle into your body as your awareness begins to move down. We'll come into our abdomens, our stomachs. And as you take one good deep breath, just notice your diaphragm move up and down. And then we'll move into our shoulders, our biceps and triceps and elbows, forearms and wrists, and our hands wherever they may be resting. If you notice any sensations in your upper body, a temperature maybe, or maybe you wonder if you can feel the feeling of the air on your skin. And then we'll just begin to drop lower into our legs. You can begin with your sits bones and those pointy bones that are making contact with your seat. Just begin to breathe into those and feel into those. Notice what you notice. Move into your thighs. Of course, be sure to pay attention to where you're making contact with the chair. Just notice that weight. And then your calves and your knees, your shins and your ankles, and of course down into your feet. Just notice that contact with the ground. Notice your weight sinking into your feet, and notice the ground pushing back and supporting you. Again, you can notice whether you feel like you're sitting back in your body or forward in your body. You're sitting to the right or to the left. Maybe you're just in the middle too. And then as you sink down into your feet a little bit more and bring your awareness down into your feet, do you notice your right foot or your left foot more? Do you notice the inside of your foot or the outside of your foot more? Do you notice your heel or the ball of your foot? And so, in this place, we just want to let the feeling of the fluidity in our body, that lightness and silkiness, that fluidity in our body, just let that awareness come up. Just be in that space. See if you can perceive the fluidity. And we'll just rest here for a little bit. And so from this space, we're going to do a little bit of resourcing. We're going to make a list. So if you want to stop the video at this moment and grab a sheet of paper or a journal, this will be a good moment to do that. So in our gospel this week, Jesus gives the disciples a list of things to take with them. And friends, we very much are on a journey as well as these disciples are. And so we want to stop today and make a list. Make a list of the gifts and the resources we have with us on this journey. And so I wonder what you've got with you. I wonder what you're bringing with you on this journey to help you along the way. Right? And so we give you a chance to make a little list, to think and reflect. You can stop the video here for just a little bit. Take as much time as you need. Now also this week, in his letter to the Corinthians, Paul is going to talk about the weaknesses that he has been blessed to have. And he's so blessed to have those because that means that Christ's power, those weaknesses make room for Christ's power and strength in his life. And so we're going to make a second list now, or maybe go back through your first list and see if there are any weaknesses there that you're bringing with you. Any limitations, anything you're just a little unsure about. What are those weaknesses? And then as you think about those weaknesses, you might also think about how you're glad you have those, right? Our limitations invite us to think about how it is we can be resourceful, how we can use other people's help, how we can be creative, how it is that we can try something in a new way. Our society and culture tells us that we should do everything on our own, that we should be strong, and that we should not have to ask others for help. We should not ever have to work with other people. We should just be able to do it all ourselves. But our first lesson in our gospel tells us otherwise. Also, our hearts tell us otherwise. We know that these weaknesses that we've been given, these weaknesses that are a natural part of all human life, are an invitation to consider new ways of doing things. So we spend a little time on our weaknesses and our limits this week. Maybe welcome them, be kind to them, right? And also think about how they may invite us into something new. How is it that these weaknesses can be a blessing for us? And so friends, as we continue, I invite you just to hold both these things in your heart, to keep this list nearby this week as you hear the gospel and as you go about your life. Our director of music, Tim Spellbring, has some music to take us out with. I'll give you the blessing before the music this week. And so may God bless you and keep you. May God's face shine on you and be with you in all you do. May your resources and your blessings invite you into greater community, into greater love, into greater strength. In God's name we pray.